On this episode of Cito de Tatamo, we'll be talking about animes that I really have nothing substantial to say about. Mysterious Disappearances is one of those popular teenage urban fantasy stories from Japan. You know, the ones where the line between quiet urban life and unrestrained magical bullshit is very thin and the heroes are thrown straight into the thick of it. The main difference is as from stuff like Bakemonogatari or any other similar shit we've watched before is that this one is very ecchi, which in case if you're here for my other non-anime videos and decide to see what the fuck am I on about, is basically softcore erotica of people who are either respectable adults or respectable jailbait adults. I'm not going to spoil the series, in part because all of these urban stories are the same. Hero gets to be a part of magical bullshit while helping another hero who is a part of said magical bullshit. Shenanigans ensue. The word shenanigans not only describes the plot, but also the reason why people watch these shows in the first place. And as far as shenanigans were concerned, I liked the show well enough. It has some interesting ideas and feels very much like a contemporary anime with some of its references, but holy shit was it a slog to get through. Every time I forced myself to watch it, my subconscious always just gnawing at the back of my skull saying, "You already saw this, Auntie. Why the fuck are you watching this, Auntie? You know how this is going to end because you watched at least 5 similar works for this show, Auntie." Tits, Auntie! Massive badonkas! Overall, watch the first episode, and if you don't like it, skip it. The other anime is, as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. A 12-episode anime which should be shown in schools as a prime example of everything that is wrong with everything, really. The name is the usual long name that basically spoils the plot for starters. The main story is about a young aristocrat boy who discovers that he has a super special skill of appraisal. When he uses it on people, it shows all of their stats like their Pokemon, so like a good slave owner that he is, he's gonna catch all of them talented people to fuel his ambition, which is what the show is extensively about. Oh, and it's also an isekai, which in the show itself gets about 5 minutes of collective screen time at best, so he might as well be an aristocrat kid for all intents and purposes. Heck, in some of the scenes it would probably make more sense. The more I watch these shows, the more I get the feeling that the isekai craze is some sort of birth of a proto-religion. Think about it. They're basically saying that living on Earth fucking sucks, and all there is to it is to work 25 hours a day and hope that you'll get enough to pay rent. But there is hope. Once you die, you'll reincarnate in a world of boobied wizards with a special skill, and though life isn't going to be easy, it at least is going to be more fulfilling than whatever sorry excuse for existence you currently have. One can think of it in a more Christian sense, or view it as some mix of Buddhism with multiverse theory, but you'll get where I'm coming from, right? But I digress. Basically, I can see why people would like to read this story, manga, or light novel, webcomic, or whatever the fuck, but as it is in its current first season, it is clearly not worth the watch. If you're planning on watching it, I think it's best to wait till the second season for it to fully show its potential, because as it is now, the anime has the overall nutritional value of tap water.